let's talk a bit about game and about the strategies of LinkedIn. Is there really a lot of strategies in LinkedIn? Because as far as I know, there is two main different strategies. The first strategy is actively selling and sending messages and trying to connect as many people as possible. And the second strategy is more passive. It's more like inbound strategy, where you masterize your profile and do it as a landing page and trying to communicate with people so that they can come in your LinkedIn profile, and this profile is ready to convert prospects into leads. So two different approaches, as far as I know.
So yes, there is many approach, and the two you mentioned are good, but they are good and they are not good at the same way. I mean,
let's talk about each of them, and
okay.
let's, if you would, yes, let's start with the first one.
The first one. So,
actively sending a lot of messages, you know, defining the ICP and filter the people in Sales Navigator, and then export this list into CSV, and then go it through a linked helper or some other tool, and just hi first name.
So
this is the.
I will tell you. Of course, you need a number of outreach, of course, but you cannot do it the way 90% of people are doing it, and that makes the whole difference between the people who just doing and copy paste templates and just send it. And we have met during the first session. We have been meet people who had the same person telling them what to do. And 6 months after, they still don't understand what they are doing. You know,
we'll talk about it later.
We talk about it later. But actually, yes, you need. I mean, what I call it's a different strategy. You need to make some outreach on LinkedIn, but you need to do it in another way than selling something. Usually, what I see is that okay, people connect with you. Great, if they connect with you. People connect with you, and then sometimes they answer you, and then I will be really honest, 95% of the time, it's the own salesperson who killed the lead, because he don't read, he's so excited, someone answer, boom, I'm going to try to sell something. Where the entire strategy is like, the day you stop to sell, you're going to start to sell. So you need to understand that if you try to sell on LinkedIn, you're not going to be successful. I don't know many people who are going to be successful on LinkedIn. Even me, the day I understand that I'm not on LinkedIn to sell, but to enter in contact, to do networking, to ask for help, to provide value to people during my message, that day I start to boom. You know, I start to have people answering, yeah, by the way, my friend needs this and blah, 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 because I never try to sell them something, but I create the environment for them to buy from me. So there is this funny thing, and sometimes I write this message, I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm trying to make you buy from me, you know, and this is very different, selling something and make the environment for people to buy from you. So from the first strategy, yes, you need a certain number. You cannot expect by sending 2 connection requests per day, you cannot expect to make a lot of business. But the good news is that when you do that correctly, 20 connection requests per day, it's enough to have a lot of business coming. So this is my point of view on this, on the first part. And yeah, again, the students during the first webinar, they were really surprised about this, because they were expecting me to say, okay, we're going to create templates, we're going to do this. We create templates, but we create templates totally aligned with their profile, aligned with what they want to sell, align with the value they can bring to their audience, you know. And but on the other side, we create also the system for, with a nice profile, a profile that sells, profile, a nice strategy that makes people start to talk with them. And you'll be surprised. I don't promise anything to anybody, but usually that's what happens when I do a mentorship like this. After not even 1 week, we had some students scheduling meetings with ideal profile customer just because they changed the way they approach them. And that was funny. I mean, that was nice. It's always nice to have students coming back. Hey, Manuel, it's incredible. I have someone who scheduled a meeting, you know. And I've been sending thousands of messages and never had someone like naturally say, okay, let's have a call, you know. So yeah, you need for me, the best way is to do both, to combine both.
Yes, I have one objection. I mean, you're talking about the creating the environment and 20 connections per day, and you know, the creating environment is, it seems that this thing is hard to measure, you know. Usually sales developments, sales people, they have the figures, they have the metrics, they have the plans, like I need to I need to get 10 leads per week. In this case, I need to do 200 connection requests in order to get like,
look, honestly,
like 10 leads. Or
during the mentorship, I will show you what I ask, because I have for one other company, a British company, I have 2 lead generator working, and I'm not saying some stuff that I cannot demonstrate really. And during the first session, I demonstrate the pipeline. I show exactly the pipeline. I show exactly what they do. I show them the process that they're doing. And those 2 lead generator, I don't ask them. They contact 10% per day, 10 people on LinkedIn per day. 10.
Even 10, not even 20.
10. Yeah. And Oleg, you saw the pipeline. It's full. The pipeline is full. Why? Because they contact the people without trying to sell. They position themselves as a connector between the company they reach out and a company, and they all just try to enter in contact, say, will you be interested? If yes, good. If no, good. Whatever. But we have a pipeline, and they contact 10% per day. That's it. And those guys, I mean, honestly, I don't give a fuck. They work 1 hour a day, 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, because as they have a lot of connection, as they have a lot of reply, as there's a lot of requests, then yeah, at the beginning of the week, they work 1 hour a day, then they have to answer everybody. So at the end of the week, they work 2 hours a day, but they don't do more. I don't ask them though more. You know, I could ask them like, do 20, 25, 30. But if they bring the business with 10 per day, why I should be behind their back? Actually, I don't even control them. You know, I have 1 meeting per month with them. Everything is okay. Yes. What are the problem you have? Or some customer just saying this, I'm just helping them. Do you think we need to change the time? I mean, the script, no, it's working. I mean, even one of my lead generators, I say, okay, I have another project. I'm going to move to the other project. You're going to earn a little bit more. You say, no, it's okay. I don't want to move. It's so easy here. I know the process, boom, boom, boom. I work 1 hour and a half. I do 10 contacts per day. When I'm in good mood, I do 15, because if I get the results, then I get more money. But it's okay, Manuel. It's okay. So when it's done correctly on LinkedIn, it's an amazing tool. The only problem is that it's not done correctly. It's done like thousand of people doing the same thing, selling. I mean, sorry guys, for IT, you're not the only one. You know, you are facing other countries, you are facing other people. But believe me, when you are a customer, potential customer, and you receive 15 messages during the day, they all look the same. They all look like you saying, I want your money, you know? You've received this connection request and they look, when you do that, and they look like, I want your money, you know? Believe me, when one guy contact the same person, say, just like, I would like to connect with you, who do you think the guy is going to connect? One between the 15 guys, or the only one guy who just say, hey, I like your profile, I want to connect with you. Or I saw your post, I want to connect with you. As simple as that. You know, one of the exercise I gave to the student was, and everybody was like, what are you doing? Say, guys, your first homework, you're going to connect with one famous person. And they were like, who's the famous? I don't know, book author, like famous speaker, whatever. I mean, famous, you know, someone you admire because he's in your industry and he's really known, you know. They were like, I said, okay, guys, here is kind of a template. You need to adapt this. We're going to adapt for each of you this type of template, and you send it, and you will be amazed by the number of customer or famous people who are ready to connect when you send the right message. Actually, they all connect with famous people, book author, the people. Then they came back to me and say, hey, Manuel, you know, it's easy for you to say to connect with people, but who are you going to connect? I say, okay, let's try to find someone. And then I decided to take the Prime Minister of Luxembourg, you know, and I didn't do any magic. I just type live the message. I create live the message. I push enter. Prime Minister of Luxembourg connect with me. So that was the funny part. So it's not a question of numbers at one moment. Yes, you need to reach out a certain amount of number, but then when it's done well, and you know the weakness of all your competitors, then, I mean, you don't need much. You don't need a lot of people. You need to reach correctly the right people. That's it. And when I say create the environment, yes, it's difficult to create the environment, but it's not that difficult. You can be, I mean, LinkedIn, it's one of the tools where you can be as easy as possible, visible from anybody on LinkedIn. You want to target someone, no problem. Start to comment, start to like, start to make, start to connect with people, but smartly, not the way, hey, I saw your problem. I mean, stop to use the old, I'm sorry, it makes me so mad. I mean, because myself, I receive 10 times a day the same message. Hey, I saw your profile came across mine. Come on, guys, this is old. It's like 2 or 3 years old. If you continue like this, I mean, who do you want me to? Nobody can do anything for you. If not even me, don't come to the mentorship. I mean, I cannot do anything with you on this, with this kind of a message. I changed completely this. Actually, I start the mentorship by saying, to be successful on LinkedIn in 2020, you need to change completely your mindset. You need to start to stop selling. You need to start to make yourself visible and not expecting people say, wow, he's in an IT. Wow, I need him. Nobody needs you, guys. Nobody. So you need to make the difference. Did I answer your question?
Yes, I was just being honest, I just forgot the question. I was so I was so excited about the answer, so I forgot the question. Yeah, just the latest interesting request that I got is I came across your LinkedIn profile, and I think that we might have a common business interests.
Yeah. I mean, I
What's interests? I mean,
if I receive, guys, do you imagine I receive this from IT company? I'm not related to IT. Imagine someone, a CTO, how many messages like this, the same message he receives every day. If someone like me with no related to IT, I'm not the CTO, I'm not the decision maker, I receive 10 per day. Imagine, I mean, If you want to be like between the 21 or the number 25 of doing this kind of message a day, I mean, don't expect a lot of results. It's useless. Don't do
Let's
anything.
talk about the results. The thing that surprised me from the first group of mentorship, that the students, they didn't only get the leads without like getting the highest quality of the leads, and the second stuff is they started to reach a bigger amount of people. I mean, do you remember this screenshot that one of guys shared, that increased the enrichment of the posts like 2,000 viewers,
Yeah.
and so on.
So yeah, there were, I mean, from almost nothing, no viewer, no
Yes.
likes on a post, because he was not posting regularly, and almost like all the students, they were saying, but what should I post? And
Yes.
during the mentorship, I explained, you don't need to be a genius to post. You don't need to be a super content writing. I mean, content creator. I'm a shitty content creator, honestly.
So there is some magic up there, because
there is the magic there, because one of the students say, okay, I'm going to create a post, and then it sent me to me, and then we work on it. I told him the
okay.
secret. I told him the secret, how to make the first line, how to create the MV for the people to go to click on see more, because if you know how the algorithm of LinkedIn works, then it's where you create the vision. And from nobody looking at his profile, nobody looking at his content, he had like, boom, 2,000 people viewing his profile, not viewing his profile, viewing his post. And in the people who view this post, people start to like. And in those people who start to like were potential customer. Now, I explained to them, or to him, yeah, to them actually, I say, if you are just like, wow, 2,000 views, great, wow, 100 likes, great, and you don't do anything, then don't even post something. I mean, it's your goal to go look who likes. This person might be a customer, and then reach out to him and use the context of like, you like my post, maybe we should connect, you know, all this. Of course, when I mentor, I explain what kind of message you have to, you know, acceptance, they have an acceptance, because I discussed with one of the students not recently, on doing this, the old system, they have an acceptance of 80% of people connecting with them, and more than 30% start to discuss with them. So this is what, this is the funny part for me. This is where the mentorship have all this value, when students say, holy shit, it's working, and it's not that difficult. We were like,
so the thing is not only make a post, but also to engage with people who are engaging with your post.
Yeah, replying to them, make yourself visible. Once you start to make yourself visible, and for this you need to understand the algorithm. It's not just making thousands of posts and doing nothing. You need to understand the algorithm. You need to know what the algorithm like. You need to know to avoid the mistakes that the algorithm doesn't like. Once you do that, it's a game. It's no more work. I mean, I know the frustration of salespeople. I've been coaching salespeople. I've been building sales team for IT. I know the frustration. Like, fuck, I mean, I'm contacting like 50% per day, nobody connect, or if they connect, they never reply to me, and so on and so on. And then they come back, and then the first thing they arrive at the office like, holy fuck, I need to connect with people on LinkedIn because I have these KPIs and I don't want to do that. And believe me, if you don't feel like doing it, I mean, how do you want the person you contact to feel that you are enthusiastic about doing this? He will feel that you just do your shitty work. That's it. So when you contact with people, I mean, at least don't change the format, you know. It's not because it's through computer. In social network, there is the word social. So you don't change the habits that when you meet people in real life, you don't change that habit. You just change the way of communication. When in real life, you can make like open questions and stuff like that and make the thing, the create. I mean, on through a computer, you just need yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and navigate between the yes and no. That's it.
Okay, since we don't have any questions from the Facebook so far, so I'll ask my next question. Yes. Hi guys. Hi Denise. Yeah. So is it possible to make this kind of work, to make this kind of work in LinkedIn, to make it in a pleasant way? I mean, to feel comfortable and to feel like, to feel that you're doing something interesting, to feel that you're doing something valuable, to feel that you are valuable for someone. And
do I look like depressed? No, and I spend like 24 hours a day on LinkedIn. Okay,
you know this joke.
So, but honestly, the way you're doing, you really need to do it like a game. I mean, if you don't change your mindset, if you do like a work, believe me, you are on a social network. People are there for working, of course. But if you feel that it's just about the money and that you want the money of people, you won't get the business. If they feel that you can bring value and how to create, you know, there was some student, they had some templates and I just changed the position of some word and the message was completely different. From a message like sending, I want your money, the message, let's say, hey, let me get you rich, you know, and it was the same words, just different phrase, the same different position in the word, in the message. So is it difficult? I will say yes and no. It's kind of easy because everybody can do it. You don't need to be the CEO of a company. You can be a salesperson and succeed to do that. Is it difficult? Yes, because it needs a lot of commitment, and you need to start to think and not just like copy paste. You need to understand that as soon as someone answers your question, a message, it's no more template. It's no more. It's you kill your lead. And I see that many times. I mean, when you kill your leads, believe me, other people like me, they get the money because you kill the leads by yourself, guys. So they're not going to work with you.
All right, five things that everyone can implement in LinkedIn right away. 5 things. Can we do 5 things?
5. Okay. 1, a nice photo of you, a professional photo. Unless you are the owner of a surf shop in Hawaii, don't put a photo of you with a Hawaiian shirt on LinkedIn. Okay. So the second one, smile on your photo. I see so many people, I don't want to talk with them because the way, it doesn't matter if it's a girl or not, or a man, I don't want to talk with them. I don't want to connect with them because their photo is scary, you know? It's scary. They feel, I feel the deception already, you know, they even haven't connected and I feel that they are already depressed, you know? So first, nice photo, okay? Nice photo, because if I react like this, I mean, thousands of customers are reacting like this. The second one, your tagline. Stop.
It's the third.
You know, I'm helping. I do millions of dollars. I'm going to create you revenue and stuff like that. Guys, that was working 2 years ago. No, when I see I'm helping, I'm just don't connect with him. It's another one. I mean, everybody is helping, you know. I mean, but concretely, what they do for me, you know.
Helping B2B companies.
Huh?
Helping B2B companies.
Yeah. Helping B2B company and blah, blah, blah. I know there is some gurus telling you this. I mean, this is bullshit that was working 2 years ago. Change make you different. You know what? I have the nice tagline. It's like connecting the world. It means everything. It's completely aligned. If you go down to my profile with the company, they contract me. But otherwise, connecting the world is a beautiful way, I mean, to introduce yourself. So it's two. The third.
May I ask a
Yeah.
quick question about the tagline? Because
Tagline,
it just came
yes.
to my mind. Yes. Should it be like I mean selling? So this tagline that other people can understand that this is a salesperson.
One answer on this. I mean, if you have a product which is by himself bringing value to the customer, you can sell on the tagline. If you have a service and it's not obvious because you need to get the request for information, the request for code, don't sell on your tagline.
Okay.
Tell the value you can bring, but don't sell. If you have a product, it's obvious, sell it, you know? So we were 2, 3.
Yeah.
Start to put
Three.
Yes. Try to optimize your profile. I know everybody's telling you optimize your profile, but what should I do?
This is what. Yes,
I mean,
this is
optimize your profile is that put a nice photo, put a nice banner, put a nice tagline. Make your resume, you know, align with what you say on the previous. I see some stuff. I see crazy stuff. I mean, people put in a tagline, and when you see what they do, I mean, it's totally the opposite, you know. And I'm like, but why they do that? Start to put content, even if it's not your content. Start to optimize. I mean, there is this feature on LinkedIn where you can put a feature on your profile. A post or nobody's using this. I mean, if you want, go to my profile. My profile is not the best. Just go to there, but it's optimized for selling. Even you will find nothing on my profile that's telling you that I'm going to try to sell you. Everything is done to make people buying from me at one moment and not right away. I am patient. So you need to be patient. So we are 3 of there. Okay.
It's 4.
So it's already 4. So the fifth. Start to make yourself visible. That means don't look for your first network. Start to make yourself visible for the second network. The people who are connected with the people you are connected. By doing
what do you
this,
mean by visible?
Visible. Make like people know about you. I mean, how do you want people to make business with you if they don't know about you, if they never seen you before, if they never heard about you before? LinkedIn is perfect. You don't need to pay for ads for this. I mean, you just start to comment on the posts of people. You will see when you make a nice comment on a post, not just like, hey, nice post, thank you for sharing. It costs nothing, this, you know? But if you make a nice post, try to be controversial. It's well appreciated to be controversial. Try to say something genuinely insightful, you know, this. Not only like, nobody cares about the likes. If you click on like, put a content. Go see or react to content on this. Go see on my profile. Take the post. You will see many times someone say something on my content, and then I say, hey, thank you very much for your insight. It's really interesting. By the way, if I feel that this person can be valuable or potential customer, I will say in my comment, I will say, hey, by the way, let's connect if you are open to. And then I send a connection request. Following, hey John, following the discussion we had on my post, I would like to connect. I thought it would make sense to connect. If you are open to it, I have 100% people connecting with me. And then I don't say, hey, I'm doing a IT company. I say, hey John, thank you for connecting. It was nice to discuss on the post regarding this topic. By the way, can you explain me what are you doing? I mean, how's the situation in your country? What are you doing? I mean, how's the business? If I know a little bit, how's the, I don't know, whatever they do, how's the situation for this industry in your country? And I start to engage with people. That ends up most of the time on a phone call.
Okay, I saw a lot of these comments that people do, like nice post, John, nice post, that I thought that there is probably some automation tool that doing this. Is it?
Of course, there is a lot of automation tool. There is a
Okay.
lot of, it's not bad to have automation tool. During the mentorship, I reveal, and sometimes, I mean, we have one session where I bring really like owner of those tools or owner of tools to control LinkedIn. This, it's not bad. People think that I'm against automation tools, and actually I'm not against automation tools. I'm against the way people use it, which is total stupidity. Yesterday in the group we had, I show concretely in the Telegram group I have with the student, because the mentorship doesn't stop. It's not like I'll take your money, I give you my session, and then bye-bye, take care, bye-bye. Doesn't stop. We have a Telegram group and we can discuss on this. And yesterday I find this. It's an expert on LinkedIn, pretending on LinkedIn. His post is in Russian. He's like trying to sell, I don't even translate, trying to sell his mentorship for LinkedIn. It's so funny. And all the comments, 100 likes, all the comments from people who don't understand anything in Russian. The worst, it was not even Russian, it was Ukrainian. So how do you want people to comment on a post who's in Ukrainian, and all those people don't even know a single word of Ukrainian? This is stupid automation, and you lose all credibility forever. You lose all credibility. So and this happened non-stop on LinkedIn. People using bad automation for commenting and liking. I showed during the webinar, also during the mentorship, I show also some people that pretending that they are super like popular on LinkedIn. And once the automation fail, guess how many people likes their post? One is colleague, where usually they have 1,000 like, 200 comment, just because they use the, I mean, my way of using automation tools is to give, maybe for people who don't have an audience, like to give a little boost at the beginning, because the algorithm like this, you know, it likes this little boost. Not to pretend that you are super popular. It won't bring anything. You have 1,000 people liking your post. I mean, are you going to contact 1,000 people if they are relevant? I mean, if you know that you use an automation tool, no, you want to use those automation tool to give the first 10, 20 likes in the first minutes, so other people see your post, because the algorithm push your, that's enough. That's enough, because at the beginning you probably going to have 5, 6, 7 other likes, but those likes are people who likes you, that LinkedIn show your profile. They're probably your target audience. And then those are the people you need to contact. It's enough, because they are warm leads. If they like your post, that means they are interested in the topic. Then that means you can connect. If you connect correctly, saying that, hey, I saw you like my post, I thought it will make sense to connect with me. If you open, you will see you will have 100 people. Then if you don't start like say, oh, I connect, I need to sell him. Boom, I'm sending him this long pitch about what I'm doing, and we are the super good on the mobile application. No, just say, hey, thank you very much for the connection. And then maybe don't even say anything, let him come. And then he's going to say, likewise, well, I appreciate your post. And oh, by the way, what are you doing, you know? And so on and so on. Build a relationship. Don't try to sell. But yes, automation tools, they are there. You need to be very careful, because LinkedIn is totally against. Actually, there is only 4 tools that are authorized by LinkedIn officially, because Microsoft is the owner of those companies. Otherwise, all the other tools are kind of on the dark zone. some more on the blacklist, so don't use them, and some other one they are not on the blacklist. But the owners of those companies who create those dark tools are smart enough to not go too much popular about this, because they know their LinkedIn is watching and they don't want to be on the blacklist. So they stay low profile. They don't open this to anybody. They open it only with a reference, for example, and so on and so on. Otherwise, you won't have access to those tools. I mean, the most popular are on the blacklist. I mean, the one who went totally out, they're on the blacklist, and whatever they say, you can be sure in 2-3 months it's going to be banned. The only problem is that for the moment, LinkedIn is like banning completely your account also. Not long ago, we had the interview with one of the students, one of potential students say, can you help me to, because I've been banned by LinkedIn. And I was like, okay, you know what? The first thing, just write to LinkedIn and say, guys, I understand I make a mistake. I learned from my mistakes and I would like to get back to LinkedIn. Is it possible? I mean, usually when you contact LinkedIn, I know in this situation, you're going to contact LinkedIn and say, hey, why you stop? I mean, blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't do right. I mean, believe me, they know exactly what you're doing inside. Believe me, I know people from LinkedIn. Actually, I have 3 licenses for LinkedIn local, and those in this LinkedIn local event. I mean, I have one per year, someone from LinkedIn. I have people, I know some people, and yeah, I mean, some of the tools, it's even LinkedIn asking us to test them. So
it seems we have some questions from the Facebook. And we're going to the end of our session. I don't know how we can say it. It's not a webinar. It's not a Q&A session. It's kind of an interview, just talking. Can you give the example of bringing the value while communicating with someone on LinkedIn? The couple of examples, how you can bring the value.
So let's take my one of my example. I mean, my tagline is connecting people all around the world. I mean, one value that I can bring to people is to put them in contact with someone who might need their service. Instead of selling my service, I will bring this on the topic. Now, I don't know who asked me this question, because without knowing what you do, it's very difficult for me to tell you exactly what you're going to, how you can bring value, but it's usually not that difficult. I mean, if you make a mobile app, don't say I'm selling mobile apps. I mean, saying that you're going to increase the visibility by bringing their website on a mobile apps, or bringing their business on a mobile apps, because everybody's on mobile, for example. So that's bringing value. It's not selling. It's just telling the fact that you can be more popular and you can generate more money because you're going to build a mobile apps.
Okay. Just a second. We have one more question. No, it's not a question. Just a comment. Horrible speaker. Someone says that he's a horrible speaker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm a French speaker originally. I do my best in English, but that doesn't stop me to be efficient on LinkedIn.
Yes, this is the most important. Okay, I think that we are going to have another interview within 10 minutes. So yep. Let's finish our conversation. It was nice to talk to you as usual. Guys, don't hesitate to apply to top-level LinkedIn mentorship. It's only 3 places left, and we have a bunch of interviews this week, because it's like the last week before the mentorship, schedule the interviews. Yeah,
actually,
so we are
about the process and why we decide to make an interview.
Yes, this is the last thing that we
it's because I want to be really honest with anybody. I don't want to take the money of anybody if I feel that I cannot do anything for them. So the interview, it's not, we call it interview, but it's more a discussion. And if you're not sure about this, come to the discussion. It costs nothing, but you can count on me to be really honest. And usually on that moment, I can already tell you, okay, maybe you're on top and you don't need me. This is possible also. But really, honestly, I mean, this member, why I don't do that with 15 students first, it's because it's impossible for me to schedule one-on-one meetings after. And I really count on the student to schedule meetings with me because I want to go very personal with the people for what their problem they have. And I want to be honest. I mean, if I feel that you're not going to be like participating and take the most benefit from it, then I will say it's maybe not for you, you know. But I don't want to have the feeling. I want to have the feeling when I finish that people pay, but they got something, you know. I don't want to live with the feeling that I get the money and then whatever happen after. It's not my mentality. I don't need this to be successful on this. So really, it's if you have questions, come to the interview. That doesn't mean you have to sign up. Doesn't mean you have to do. We spend time. I spend time. This is my duty for mentorship. Otherwise, just sign in and pay. I don't want people to sign in and pay without having discussion and me knowing exactly what they want to do this mentorship. I don't want you to waste money.